Hello and welcome back to another breaking news update. My name is Jimmy Boyd and you are watching Boyd News. I want to thank you so much for tuning in today. I have some breaking news coming out here for you. So, just yesterday, the Kuibyshev oil refinery in Russia's Samara region was hit by at least one drone fired from Ukraine. And also, there's a fire that's broken out here, as you can see on this video. I know it's a little hard to tell, but the way the person recording the video, they kind of angled it upward a little bit. So it's a little bit hard to see, but you can see on the bottom of your screen there is a fire. And also, this is after the U.S. has recently come out and urged Ukraine to halt their strikes on energy infrastructure in Russia. Okay, so it looks like here that Ukraine is going to ignore all of those warnings there and just go ahead and keep striking these oil facilities. So this is in the Samara region again. So this is really far deep into Russia. It's probably about close to 1,000 kilometers or so into Russia. All right. So these drones definitely have long range capabilities, and I want to show you this video. We'll get kind of an up close look here. So let's take a look at this, and let me show you this. I'll turn on the sound for you. Okay, so it's just a little quick 6 second clip there. But again, as you can see, this oil facility caught on fire. And as far as I know, this is one of the largest oil facilities in Russia. Okay, it's owned by apparently a company called Rosneft. And this is one of their larger or largest size oil refineries that got hit here. So this is pretty big news because, again, like I said, the U.S. was just urging them to discontinue their attacks in Russia, yet they repeatedly keep doing this. So this is not going to be good. We'll have to see what the response will be from Russia on this, but it probably will not be a good response. Just some quick information as well. Yesterday, Ukraine was launching British Storm Shadow missiles into Crimea, targeting like Sevastopol. I put a video out on that. And then also apparently they were targeting like the Belgorod region and several other regions inside of Russia as well. And soon after that, we probably about 4 hours later, we had bombings going off inside of Ukraine. I put like a little community post for you guys here on YouTube to let you know that Tu-95 MS, I think is what they call them. There's some of these strategic long-range bombers that Russia has that are nuclear capable, and they launched like, I don't know, 14 of them up into the air, heading to Ukraine, and started bombing Ukraine. And as far as I know, fighter jets were heading over there too, and missile strikes were going on in Ukraine just last night. So I'll probably do a video on that later. Right now we're talking about this oil refinery, but I just wanted to give you that information. So here on France 24, they got some information about this Kuibyshev oil refinery. So at least 2 dead, oil refinery on fire after Ukrainian drone attacks in Russia. Multiple air attacks on the Russian border region of Belgorod adjoining Ukraine on Saturday killed 2 people and injured at least 7, the governor said. So like I said, Ukraine here was targeting multiple regions in Russia with drone attacks. I believe this was happening all around the same time, or at least within the same day, as these attacks late last night with Sevastopol down in Crimea. So further east, an overnight drone attack on the Samara region caused a fire at a major oil refinery, the latest in a series of strikes against Russia's fuel industry. Belgorod Governor Vyacheslav Gladkov wrote on Telegram that 2 districts in his region, as well as the regional capital, also called Belgorod, had been hit in drone and air attacks. It's shaping up to be a difficult morning, Gladkov said. As a result of an air attack by Ukrainian armed forces on Belgorod, 3 balconies collapsed in an apartment building. One of these apartments was occupied by a married couple. To much grief, the man died from his injuries on the spot. He posted a photo of a residential building with the facade partially destroyed. Another person was killed in a drone attack on districts outside the city, he said. In the Samara region, 1,000 kilometers away from the front lines in eastern, the local governor reported several drone attacks on local oil refineries. So as far as I know here too, the Novo Kuibyshev, Bishevsk. I don't know if I'm pronouncing that right, but I'm trying my best. This one came under attack here too. We'll read about that in just a second. And I do have some unconfirmed reports that there may have been a second oil refinery that was actually struck, but we know for sure this Kuibishev's refinery got hit. Okay, one of them caused a fire. It says here at the Kuibyshev refinery. Governor Dmitry Azarov said in a statement on Telegram, noting that there were no casualties. The refinery run by Russian oil giant Rosneft is one of the largest in the region, with a production capacity of 7 million tons per year, according to its official website. So, like I said, obviously a big oil company and one of their largest oil refineries here, okay? So a drone attack on another refinery in the region, Novo Kuibyshev, was repelled without damaging the technological equipment. So here on this post, or on this article, it states here that they repelled the attack, right? But again, I do have some unconfirmed reports that I haven't been able to completely verify, but there are some reports saying that there was a second refinery that was supposedly hit. I don't know if maybe they're referring to this one here, or it could have been a separate one somewhere else. But yeah, there's possibility there was two hit, but for sure one. So this is definitely going to continue to affect Russia here. We had some news coming out too that their production volumes for crude oil have been dropping over the last week. Like they had like the lowest levels of crude oil output apparently over this last week, and it's obviously affecting them. It's going to affect their economy too. So obviously that's why Ukraine is doing this. They're doing this on purpose to go after their oil facilities and damage the economy and weaken the economy, so that way they can't produce weaponry or tanks or bombs or whatever it might be. It'll make it more difficult for them to do that. So I also just want to show you this real quick. I just want to go over this just for a moment. This was from a couple days ago on Financial Times. So U.S. urged Ukraine to halt strikes on Russian oil refineries. So just as I was talking about at the beginning of the video, the U.S. urged them to stop these strikes, and this was just a day or so before this Kuibyshev oil refinery got hit, okay? So it looks like here Ukraine is not going to discontinue their attacks. They're going to keep doing so. And, despite these warnings, and then I got this article that just came out yesterday as well. This one's on the Business Insider. Ukraine says it will hit Russia's precious oil refineries even if the U.S. tells it not to. So there we go. There's the response from Ukraine directly. And some of the main reasons why the U.S. wants them to discontinue their attacks here inside of Russia on these oil facilities is because obviously Joe Biden is up for re-election this year. So due to it being an election year, they don't want oil prices to continue to rise because it's going to affect the election. And then think about this too. There's a lot of inflation issues. The U.S. and along with a lot of other countries are fighting inflation right now. And it's going to make it difficult for them to fight inflation when oil prices continue to rise. And then it's going to increase the cost of goods around the world and therefore create more inflation, right? So just some things to note there that I wanted you to be aware of. And it looks like here, Ukraine is going to continue their attacks and they're not going to stop. So just a quick update here. I just wanted to let you know what was going on. I know this is a little bit late to the party here on this story, but I wanted to bring it out late last night, but I was a little busy. So I wanted to get it out to you today just to make sure you got this information. So if you got something out of this, please smash the like button. And also, if you enjoy my content, please consider subscribing down below and hit the notification bell. That way YouTube can notify you. And with that, I hope you all have a great day. Everybody take care and God bless, and we'll see you in the next one.